Good morning. Good morning to one and all. Today we are discuss about process states in operating system. Yeah, each process goes through different states in its life cycle. So what are those states? So these are the different states are there. One is for the new state, second one is ready state, third one is run state, wait or block state, and terminate state. So mainly these are the five states of process. So generally what is a process? That's the process is nothing but a program under execution. So at the time of the execution, that's the process can to be changed the one state to the another state. Okay, so what are those states? So these are the different states. One is for new state, ready state, run state, wait or block state, and then terminate state. And in addition with these are the another two states are there. One is for the suspended wait state and then suspended ready state. So these are the seven states of process. That's the process can to be go through the or change into the one state to the another state under the execution of the program. Okay, now let us see here it is that explain the each and every state in detail. The first state we have to be going to discuss about that the new state. A process is said to be in a new state when a program present in the secondary memory. So generally that's the secondary memories are then permanent storage devices. So when that's the program is to be there in that's the secondary memory, that's the process can to be entered into that's the new state. So that's the point here it is that a process is said to be in a new state when a program present in the secondary memory is initiated for execution. Okay. The next state is ready state. A process moves from the new state to the ready state after it is loaded into the main memory and is ready for execution. So what's the difference here? It is just the before state and this one here it is that generally that's the process is said to be in the new state when that's the process is said to be in the new state when that's the program is to be there in that's the secondary memory. Okay na? So that is a new state, but when that's the process is to be there in that's the ready state, the process can be moves from that's the new state to the ready state after it is loaded into the main memory. Here must and should be remember that here in the new state that is in the secondary memory, but here in the ready state that is to be there in the main memory. Okay, and it is to be ready for execution. So after that's the ready state, then only that's the process is to be ready for execution. That is the meaning for that's the ready state. And in the ready state, the process waits for its execution by the processor. And then in multi-programming environment, many processes may be present in the ready state. Because of that, there is the multiple programs have to be executed in the single processor. So that is nothing but, and here it is the multi-programming environment. So here one process has been executed, that's the remaining are their processor to be then that's the ready state. Okay, so that is about the point here it is that in the multi-programming environment many processes may be present in the ready state. The next state is a run state. So here a process moves from the ready state to the run state after it is assigned the CPU for execution. So what's the difference between that's the before state and this state here it is that in that's the ready state, that's the process can to be moved from the new state to the ready state after it is loaded into the main memory. That is the meaning for that, that's the process is to be ready for execution. Okay, and but what about this the run state? Is the run state the process moves from the ready state to the run state after it is assigned the CPU for execution. When that's the CPU is assigned for that's the process, then only that's the process can to be ready to run. Okay, so that time that's the process is to be there in the run state, and then that's the next state of the process. The next state of the process is then terminate state. So generally we know about that's the after completion of the execution that's the process can to be terminate. But why here we have especially we have to be discuss about this the state. Now let us see, here it is that a process moves from run state to the terminate state after its execution is to be complete. That's the point we are already discuss about that. After completion of the every process, that is must and should be terminated. There is nothing new about in this point. But what about here it is that after entering the terminate state, that's the PCB, that's the context of the process, means that's the process control block. Here the process is to be deleted by the operating system. After when that's the process has been terminated, so that's the process has been deleted by the operating system. So that is the main here you must and should be remember in that's the terminated state. Generally we are already know about that when that's the process has been executed or when that's the process has been completed, so automatically that's the process has been terminated. But here you must and should be remember that when that's the process is to be entering into the terminate state, that the process can to be deleted by the operating system. This is the very important point, you must and should to be remember that. The next one is that's the block or wait state. So here now let us see that's the diagram clearly. Here that's the block when that's the process is to be there in the running state. Okay, means here suspended ready state. A process moves from the ready state to the suspended ready state if a process with higher priority has to be executed, but the main memory is to be full. So here what does that mean? Here it is the suspended ready state means that which process can have that's the highest priority, that's the process has been executed first. But here there is the no main memory has to be available, means there is the no space is to be there, there's the main memory. So what happened here it is that, so here there's the moving a process with lower priority from ready state to the suspended ready state. Here means that so many number of processes are to be there in that's the ready state. So but some processes have the highest priority and some processes have the lowest priority. Here which process have the lowest priority, those processes have to be enter into the suspended ready state. So which process can have that's the highest priority, those processes have to be there in that's the ready state to execute. Okay, the next one is the process remains in the suspended ready state until the main memory becomes available. Up to that's the process are to be there in that's the suspended ready state. When that's the main memory is to be available, then the process is to be enter into the ready state. Otherwise that's the process have to be there in the suspended ready state. When main memory becomes available, the process is to be brought back to the ready state. So when that's the main memory is to be available, so what are the processes are to be there in the suspended ready state, so those are to be move on to that's the ready state. So this is the one of the state in that's the process state. The next one is here it is suspended wait state. A process moves from wait state to the suspended wait state if a process with highest priority has to be executed but the main memory is to be full. Remember this point, here it is. Here this the suspended wait state is to be connecting to the wait or blocked state, but the ready state is to be connecting to the suspended ready and then blocked state. So here when that's the process is to be there in that's the wait state, which process has to be requires the IO operations, so that's the process is to be there in that's the wait. Yeah, here so many number of processes are to be requiring for the input output operation, so those all processes have to be there in that's the wait or block state. So that time which process have there in that's the highest priority, those process are to be there in that's the wait and block state, and remaining are to be there in that's the suspended wait state. Now that's the point here, it is that a process moves from the wait state to the suspended wait state if the process with highest priority has been executed but the main memory is to be full. Moving a process with the lower priority from wait state to the suspended wait state creates a room for highest priority process in the ready state. Remember this point, okay? Next, that is the after the resource becomes available, the process is to be moved to the suspended ready state. After main memory becomes available, the process is to be moved to the ready state. So this is the point here, it is that when that's the resource becomes available, that's the process is to be moved on to that's the suspended ready state, suspended wait to the suspended ready state. When that's the memory is to be available, then that's one is to be moved on to that's the suspended ready to the ready state. So these are the different process states. Okay, thank you.